Oh man, I am so stressful right now. I don't really know if I can review many manga chapters. I have a mission to do. I have to say, this chapter wasn't bad necessarily, not because, well, it had some badass moments, but now my deepest fear of this arc, at least one of those deepest fear, is starting to come true. And now I've become one of the few people whose faith in Enshiro Oda has actually wavered this entire arc. And now that faith is even wavered even more. Are you seriously going to redeem the Windsmokes? Granted, I have always liked those kind of mangas where a villain is very dislikable and just suddenly does a 180. But this is Sanji we're talking about. Sanji who's supposed to have a karma beating. No, the guy who's gonna give the karma beating. And you tell me he's not even gonna get it? Is this as close as we're gonna get to down the hatch for the Windsmoke or whatever? Yes, this is the One Piece chapter. It is back, and well, we're left with many questions. First off, the cover page is Bartolomeo apparently destroying the place, saying we're Ice the baddest guy alive, or the most evil guy. Do not know exactly what his deal was. He's burning the town. Is that town evil, or was it Bartolomeo's evil? It's Bartolomeo. The guy's not necessarily a good character, but, well, he's honorable. We'll see. Of course, on the place where Big Mom begins to hit Big Father, Chiffon tries to calm Big Mom down, but that doesn't work. And I'm just saying, come on, girl. Did you honestly believe that worked? Would work after you all said everything that. The Big Mom Pirates, on the meantime, is saying something strange like, if the castle is broken and Besh is killed, we will all be thrown out of here. I have no idea what that actually means, but it seems to include that they want to handle this themselves before the Tea Party gets really rage shot. As they all proclaims they're gonna do everything they can to defeat them all, so they can show them that they should not be underestimated. Did not like that. Why is it the fact that they are this powerful? They are not supposed to be this powerful. And now it comes to the second part, which I do not like. It's an eternal argument that is actually quite good, but of course Luffy wanna go outside to beat them to a plump, but Chopper and Nami stops him, saying like, we got what we came for, we did what we did, we must leave. We cannot fight everyone here if we do not have everyone we fight for. But the thing is, I'm all for leaving Besh, who also surprisingly do a 180 here. That's also something I'm actually quite strange about. I really thought he was the kind of character that would throw out the Straw Hats just like this. But now he's suddenly saying, my dear subordinates are here and my beloved wife and son. Dear subordinates? This is the same guy that stabbed a subordinate's eye out! And he suddenly cares for his subordinates? That doesn't even make sense in my book. But what I mostly reacted towards is the fact that Nami is right and wrong in this eternal argument, because this may be a Jonko crew, but come on, does she honestly believe they can just escape? It doesn't matter if they have everything they got for. This is One Piece. In One Piece, the villain will always get what they deserve. That's the rule of One Piece. Are you telling me Oda is gonna break that too? I'm only gonna lose even more faith in Oda if he does that. But, it's true though that they should have every single crew members, but how is that gonna make any difference? True, they're gonna have more strength, firepower, but still, if you ask me, that won't make any difference at all. Because if the Yonko is that powerful, they won't do it. It's also pretty strong for Luffy saying that he don't want to abandon Besh because, well, he's taking all the attacks. So he's saying that they should do anew things. That even though he is the one who's getting hurt, nothing else will tumble. So he will make Caesar fly over the place and, well, uh, while the rest are inside of his body. Of course, Caesar is having none of that, but he has no right. The most awesome part of this chapter is finally Judge asking Sanji, "Why did you save me and us, the one who has you held hated ever, the one you most hate of all?" And Sanji says, "Because that's not what my father would have liked." And he's of course talking about Seth. Judge has made Sanji's life miserable as a child, and also did not do any favors on him when he took him back here. But Sanji saved him out of the goodness of his heart, because he knew Seth would have approved of that. He knew Seth would said, "Do not become a guy that you despise." So he saying that if I let my own flesh and blood die, then I wouldn't be able to look him in the eye, and that's not what I do. But he does say that 13 years ago Vince Sanji did die, exactly like you wanted. We're no longer family. So he grabs Jaji by the neck and actually screams at him so that he is up. "You are not my father, Vince Smoke Judge." And that was a line I wanted to hear. I wanted him to say Vince Smoke Judge as a way to say that you are not my father. And that, I feel, will be as close as a what I just said, bottom down to the Vince Smoke we're gonna get. I wanted a karma beating, but no, don't say that. It doesn't look like we're gonna get that. So Judge complies. "I will no longer attack East Blue." But Judge says that he will he and the Vince Smokes will buy time, since they can also fly using their technology. But and of course they do not want to ask any more of a failure, because that's the way of dealing things. So Besh teleports back into his body with the Wind Smoke charging up. The first of Big Mom pirates fire their bullets, but the raid suits apparently are impervious to guns. Later, Big Mom fires the fire as fires her heavenly fire as you know as Caesar begins to fly away, and of course burns Reiju. Strangely enough, Niji reacts negatively to that, but I know for the fact that Ichiji is probably the most heartless of them all, but the fact that Niji is the one who reacts strange with that. But Reiju is okay, although she got a little bit burned. So it seems like, but then just suddenly out of Capoon's body, three people jump out, and I have waited for them to appear. Who are they? Well, they're none other than Luffy and Sanji, who managed to deflect an attack made by Big Mom. Is this as close as we're gonna get to Sanji beating a lady? Of course, Chopper, Brook, and Nami are not exactly happy with that, and Luffy and Sanji argues about, "As thought you said, do not go out." "Yeah, I meant everyone besides me." But the two friends stand side to side now. They will fight. So basically, the only real good part of this chapter was Sanji telling off his dick of a father, and Luffy and Sanji jumping out of the body to join the fray. That is what I wanted. I don't care if the Jonko crew are stronger than he is. They must fight! It's the only way to survive. So what's gonna happen next? I have no idea. But at least Sanji is out of the field, and that's also what I wanted. But I have a feeling he's still going to be the Wolf Effect shoe toy. But we're now gonna see the Vinsmokes family in their true power of all. I hope at least we can have an explanation of what their genetic modification of powers is. All in all, that's this chapter. As I said before, the only things I really liked was Sanji telling off, and Luffy and Sanji deflecting Big Mom's power and showing that they are not the ones to listen to logic. The rest, though, well, it was okay, but I still have some questions. So give me your thoughts if you have any.